Welcome to our yoga practice this evening. We are starting out with a standing practice and then moving to the ground from there. It is winter, so we are still in Vata season, although we are starting to feel a little bit of moisture coming into the atmosphere. So that means we're starting to transition in another month or two towards Kapha season. So you might start feeling that, there's some accumulation going on. Moisture is starting to build. Okay, now let's get started with our practice. Coming to the top of your mat, standing up. Marvi is here with us. Okay. All right. So coming to the top of your mat, I'm going to adjust my camera so you can see a little better. Sorry about that. Okay. Hands to your heart. Inhale up, and when you inhale, we're going to actually start out with steeple mudra. So you bring your hands together, drop the fingers, pointer fingers together, and then cross your thumbs. So you're going to come up right from the heart and reach, and your eyes follow your hands and reach. And then bring your hands back together to the heart. And then release down, all the way down. Let go of your hands. Hands come back in, come back to the heart. And then lift back up and reach. Again, you're going to follow your hands into a back bend. And then come back down. And release. Hands come back in to the heart and then lift back up. Reach. And then back down. Good. And then lengthen your spine and step back into down dog. And if you need to, you can walk out your heels a little bit. So nice that Marvi decided to come and lay on my mat and get it all dirty. And then draw both heels down and hold that down dog. Get hollow in your belly. Open up your armpits. Relax your head. And then release down onto your knees. And you're going to go all the way back, but keep your toes curled under. Release all the way back. Forehead down. And then come back up. And then shift forward. And then we're going to start out modified, slowly lower. And only lift up halfway. So just halfway up, because I want you to keep your shoulders down. And then press back down dog. And then look up at your hands and walk your feet in, coming into an extension. Fold. And then inhale, come back up. Hands to the heart, steeple mudra. Reach, follow your hands. And then release back down. Add an extension. And then step back, down dog again. Drop down to your knees. Shift back with toes staying curled under. And then come up. This time coming into down dog. Then shift forward, plank. Modify to your knees if you need to, no problem, lower. Now this time come up a little bit higher, cobra. And then press back down dog. Right leg's going to step forward, but drop the back knee. And then inhale, reach up. And then exhale, rotate to the right. Good. Now the hand that's at the knee, drop it to the ground and then lift your back leg up. The hand that's at the back then reaches up. Swing your arm around and then step back, down dog. Then shift forward plank and lower. Lift up cobra. Staying in control here. Press back, down dog. And now the left leg steps forward and drop the back knee. Lift up. Inhale up. And then rotate towards the front leg. The hand that's at the knee now comes to the ground. Now you can use a block here if you need it. No problem. And then lift your back leg up. The hand that's at the back then reaches. Swing the arm around and step back, down dog. And shift forward plank. Modify to the knees if you need to. Lower. Lift. And press back, down dog. Look up at your hands and step forward. Add an extension. Fold. Hands to the heart, steeple mudra, reach back up. And then down. Extension. Step back, down dog. Shift forward, plank, lower. Lift cobra. And then take it back, down dog. Right leg's going to come forward, warrior one, and reach up. Reach. Good. And then rotate. Good. The hand that's at the knee drops to the ground, reach. Swing the upper arm around and step back, down dog. Shift forward plank, lower. Lift up cobra and take it back. All the way back. Then the left leg steps forward. Drop your back heel and come up, warrior one. Reach. Good. And then we rotate towards the front knee. The hand that's at the knee then comes to the ground. Reach the other arm up. Swing the arm around and step back, down dog. Shift forward plank, lower. Lift cobra. Press back, down dog. Look up at your hands and step forward. Add an extension. Fold. Inhale all the way up. Reach. Exhale down. Inhale, extension. Step back, down dog. We're going to go through this one more time. Shift forward plank, lower. Lift up cobra. Take it back, down dog. Good. Right leg steps forward, warrior one. Reach. Rotate. So we are going to be adding on, oh boy, Robin. And then you drop down, reach your arm up. And now watch what you're going to do. You're going to reach forward and lift your back leg up for a balancing posture, Parvarita. Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon with a twist. Then lower. Reach back up, warrior one. Reach. Excellent. Hands to the ground, step back, down dog. Shift forward plank. Lower. Lift up cobra. Press back, down dog. Then the left leg comes up and step forward, warrior one. Reach. Excellent. Rotate. Take your hand that's by the knee down to the ground, reach your other hand up. Now remember, we're adding a balancing posture here. Then reach forward, slide your back leg in, then slowly lift it up off the ground. Then slowly release back and swing the arm around and come back into warrior one. Release down, step back, down dog. Shift forward plank, lower, lift, and take it back, down dog. Good. Then look up at your hands and step forward. Add an extension. Fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach all the way back behind you. Exhale down. Inhale, extension again. And now step back, plank. Lower all the way down. And then you're going to lift your legs up behind you, reach. Grab your ankles, flex your feet, and lift. Then release down, press up cobra, back down dog. Good, and then right leg is going to come up and step forward for Trikonasana. So line up your back heel. If you want to use a block, you can. It goes on the baby toe side of the foot. And line right up, torso with the front leg. Straighten the front leg. Make sure your torso stays lined up with the front leg. Good, then swing the upper arm around and lift your back heel and then lower into a low lunge. Turn towards your knee and reach. Nice. It's working. You got it, Robin. Well, at least you don't have to worry about like falling over and you got it contained there. Swing the arm around and step back, down dog. Once again, we're going to go forward into plank, lower, modify if you need to your knees, lift up cobra, and take it back, down dog. Then the left leg comes up. Step that leg forward for Trikonasana. Again, if you want to use a block, it's on the baby toe side of the foot. Line up the front heel with the arch of your back foot. And then line up, torso with the front leg. Straighten those legs. Then swing the upper arm around, lift your back heel, going into a high lunge, drop the back knee. Now a low lunge, turn your torso towards the front leg and then reach your arm up. Swing the arm around and step back, down dog. Shift forward plank, lower. Lift up cobra. Good. And then we're going to push back. Curl your toes under all the way back. Forehead down. Good. And then coming back up, press back, down dog. Right leg now steps forward for Parsvakonasana. So side angle, drop your back heel. Now your block goes on the big toe side of the foot and reach. Or you can come up on the thigh. Or you could just keep your hand on the ground. The upper arm goes alongside the ear. Strong, stable, and steady, right? Remember, this is winter time. So we're doing practices that support the body, Vata reducing, strong, stable, and steady, but also calming. Then reach up, straighten your front leg, adjust your back leg in a little bit, then lower into Trikonasana. Now your block goes to the baby toe side of the foot, and the arm goes up, straight legs. Upper arm swings around, drop your back knee, and turn towards your front knee. Reach your arm up. Swing the arm around and step back, down dog. Shift forward plank, lower, lift, cobra. And then you're going to push back again, curl your toes under. All the way back, release. Forehead down. And then coming back up and press back into down dog. Left leg lifts. And then step forward for Parsvakonasana, side angle. Drop your back heel. Your block goes on the big toe side of the foot. Hand can go on the ground, or you can come up on the thigh. Now your arm goes alongside the ear, reaching forward. You got it. Looks good, you guys. Then reaching up, all the way up. Straighten your leg. Now you're going to adjust your back leg in a little bit so that you line up the front heel with the arch of the back foot. And then we lower into Trikonasana. Move your block down to the baby toe side of the foot. Straight legs. The arm goes up closer to the head. Line up your torso with the front leg. Then the upper arm swings around. Lift your back heel. You're in a lunge. Drop your back knee. Turn your torso towards the front leg and reach. Swing your arm around and step back, down dog. Shift forward, plank, lower, lift cobra, and then curl your toes under. And again, extended arms, reach back, forehead down. Hold it there. Good, and then we're going to come up into down dog. Right leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Step it forward for high lunge. It's big. Drop the back knee, release here. Hold it there. Good. Then from there, curl your toes under behind you. Take the right leg back up into three-legged dog. Reach. And now you're going to bend the knee and pull it in. Drop. The knee goes out to the right edge of your mat. Your left foot stays fairly further up. And then reach your extended leg back as far as you can go. And drop. Pigeon. Now, I really want you to have the knee out and the foot up. But if you have to have the foot closer to the groin as a modification, no problem. You want to drop your right hip down and then lower. Keep dropping the hip down. Now, encourage that extended leg hip to release to the ground, moving down towards the heel of the right foot. Level out. Good, and then coming back up on your hands and then stepping back. Down dog. Left leg lifts. And step that left leg forward for a high lunge. Go really big. All right, it's just kind of helping us open up as we're going to get ready to move into that pigeon. Good, then take the left leg and reach it back up, three-legged dog. And then that left leg bend at the knee and slide it right up. Drop the knee to the outside towards the left edge of your mat. And the foot comes up. Take your extended leg behind you and reach it back as far as you can go. Good. And then lower. You want to encourage both hips down and really especially encourage the extended leg hip down. And then come back up and curl your toes under on the extended leg and step back, down dog. Good. Right leg comes up, three-legged dog. You're going to step that leg even further forward. So if you stepped it forward before in the high lunge, look where your toes are, and now put your heel where your toes are. Way up. Now drop the back knee. Now you might need a couple blocks, one on each side that your hands can go on them. Or, you know, Robin, you can use your seat right next to you, right where you are. Yeah. Now keep reaching your back leg further back. Keep the chest lifted. And then if you can, start wiggling your front foot forward so you can go further up on the blocks. This will help. Stay pushed there, further up, and you're just going to go as far as you can. Keep reaching that leg up. And now we're going into the splits. As far as you could go. Now, see if you can bring your hands down and drop your torso forward towards the front leg. This is it for me. That's pretty good though. I've never been that flexible with splits. Then you come back up, curl your toes under on the left leg and just lift up. Slide your right leg back. And now as you do that, you're going to drop down onto your knees, open up your knees, big toes together, and just release before we go to the other side. Nice. All right, coming back up. Curl your toes under, down dog. Lift your left leg up. Then step that leg further forward. Now you can start out in the high lunge. Just look where your toes are and place your heels where the toes are. Drop your back knee. So this might be it for you, and that's fine. Use a couple blocks. If you don't have blocks, I would highly recommend that you get them. Okay, then see if you can wiggle your foot further forward all the way out, and your leg then releases out. And then see if you can drop your torso towards the front leg. Then curl your toes under behind you, lift up, slide your back leg in, go right into down dog. And then once again, you're going to drop down onto your knees, open up, big toes together, knees open, and release back. Okay, now we're going to sit up and we're going to, I don't know, Robin, if you're able to do this. So let me see if we can figure it out. We got to do what Robin's able to do. Okay, so we're going to sit and place one leg over the left, right leg over the left. sitting on both sit bones, and then turn and rotate. You got it. Chest lifts, you guys, don't collapse. You can either hug your leg or your arm can go on the outside. You can take your foot, hand to your foot. Nice. Good. Then from there, release your legs forward, pull your flesh away, and then dropping into a forward fold all the way down. Release your head. Good. Then lifting up. And we're going to switch sides. So now your right foot comes under. So the heel goes to the outside of the left hip. Your left foot goes on top. Both sit bones down. You can come up on a blanket if you need to. Sit up tall and now grab that left leg and look over the left shoulder. Try not to collapse. Stay lifted. So you're either hugging the front leg or your elbow can go on the outside of that knee. Drop the foot, hand down, and it touches the foot. And look over the shoulder. Good, and then release from there and extend your legs out again. Pull your flesh away and dropping into a forward fold. Good, and then from there, lift up. We're going to take it onto your back. So slide back, find your heels, drop down. Lift up into bridge. Walk your shoulders underneath you. And then the right leg reaches up. Push into the left foot, activate, lift higher. Then release the pelvis down. Take your right foot on top of the left knee. Lift the left leg up, interlace your fingers underneath the knee or below the knee. You want to make sure that you are between the ankle and the heel. This space right here on the foot goes on that left leg. Keep your head down. Press your sacrum into the ground. Bring a little lumbar curve back into the spine. Good, then releasing, going back into bridge, find your heels, push back up, walk your shoulders underneath you, and now the left leg reaches straight up. Push actively into the right foot. Hold. Then lowering the pelvis, left foot goes on top of the right. Lift your right leg up, interlacing your fingers at the hamstring or in front of the knee, placing between the ankle and the heel right there on the knee. Bring a little lumbar curve back by activating your sacrum into the ground. Good, then releasing, pushing back up into bridge. Reset the pelvis. Then lower, the knees come in. Hug them. Just release the low back. Take your legs to the right side, extend your left arm out, look to the left. Then the legs come up and go to the left and look to the right. And then bringing your legs up, extend your both legs out, palms up, and set yourself up for Shavasana. So do make sure that you are warm. So that means that you're going to cover yourself up, put some socks on, put your sweatshirt on, and cover your eyes with a towel or a face mask, eye mask, and corpse pose, Shavasana. Relax. Complete total relaxation, resting in stillness. And begin to deepen your breath. Allow some movement into your fingers and toes, and then gently roll to your right side. Take a moment there. And then bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position, bringing your hands together and connecting your thumbs to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a moment to rest in stillness and peace. Feeling stable, feeling grounded. Letting all the Vata within, the inner winds settle. Stillness always allows the inner busyness to settle. Eventually, the movement will settle. And may you have a wonderful evening. Namaste.